Hello everybody, my name is Afolami Daniel, and firstly I would hope to gain guidance for my career path. I'm very much interested in foreign policy and digital integration, and I believe that it's a very good platform for me and for everyone of us seated. And secondly, to connect with like minds and builders. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Rajika Malaki. Basically, I hope to gain the skill set and mindset to build meaningful life and also to network with friends.
Hello.
My name is Abdul.
Can you guys hear him?
No. My name is Abdul Abdul. So I'm here to for leadership and also
Sit down. We got the corner. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys over there hear him?
I'm actually very everyone, and I'm giving you a question here.
Who else didn't hear my question? Who else didn't hear my question? Ask someone beside you.
What? Okay, thank you. I'm actually very everyone, and I hope to learn the art of building. Yeah, I would love to get the pressure that this house hopes to build more. Thank you.
Hopes to give. Alright, this house will give you pressure. The question is, can you take it or will you go home? Can you take it or will you go home?
Yes, sir.
You ain't seeing nothing yet. I promise you that. Please let's stand up. Please let's put our hands together for. Let me finish very clappy. Let's put our hands together for the principal proprietor of the Stellar Initiative. The reason why all of us are here today. Miss Precious Eniayekon.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes,
It's so good to see everybody. I saw some people at the physical interview. I saw you. Who else did I see? I saw you. You were at the physical interview? Yeah, I saw you too. I saw you, right? I saw you. Alaji, I saw you too. Samuel, you. There's one guy that has like the silver eyeballs. Where is he? Oh yes, you had the physical interview. I remember. I saw you too. Okay. Please be seated. Okay, how has it been so far? I know it's been a long day. Some of you had to travel. Where is the guy that came in from Abia? If you came in from the east, can I see your hand? Where?
The fish is there. We're gonna bring in the first mentor, so I'm guessing maybe after the first session. Yeah.
Who else? Where? Abia State.
Yeah.
But you came from Abia State. Abia. All of you come here, Abia community. Who else came from outside Lagos? Where? Alaji. Where? Okay. Where? Kwara. No. No home day this year. What happened? What do you start trekking and we get to the state in 1 hour. Okay, welcome. I know this place is hot, stuffy, but we have a plan, right? So there will be 2 classes. This will be class A, and there's class B upstairs. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So we had to do this for the first day because we're trying to settle in. Do you understand? Yes, so we'll split you guys into 2. We'll have class A here, we'll have class B there, right? But your head of house will communicate that to you later on. Also, I won't say much. It's just going to be an interesting 4 or 5 days in this house, and that is the owner of the house. So whatever you do, don't look at me. I'm just a visitor, right? You can even send me out if possible. But I need you to make use of every single opportunity you have here. This is a camp. This is not a getaway. Do we understand? Right? It's not meant to be very, yes, we'll make you as comfortable as possible. We'll make you enjoy your stay, but it's not meant to be, it's not a beach getaway. It's not a vacation or a friendcation. It's a learning process for you, right? Make friends as much as you can. You know, you were taking numbers the other time. Have you told them what it's for? Not yet. So he's going to tell you what that is for. Also, people, your colleagues are online. I think they are watching. Is somebody monitoring the live YouTube for me? Your colleagues are online. They are watching you. At a point in this program, you guys are going to be connecting. They will have to join online and you see them physically and you will connect. You know, so take everything seriously. We have a mentor upstairs already. He has been here for over an hour. Pay attention, learn, unlearn. Some of you already know stuff. Some of you have built stuff. Some of you are building stuff, right? But take all of that, put it in your pocket, because these men have built things. They have experience. Even if you feel like, oh, you know, we are Gen Zs, we have AI, they didn't have AI in their time. You can't buy their experience with money. Do we understand? So please pay attention. If you are sleepy, you can stand, right? You don't want to have to travel all the way and come here and just lazy around. I told them in the last cohort, this camp is, I think, is the most fun part of the program, because after this, you're going to go back to your classes. And I don't expect everybody here to graduate. When I say these things in camp, they feel like, why are you saying that? We'll graduate in Jesus' name. This is not a Jesus name or a Allah name prayer. Even if it's 2 people or 3 people or 5 people that graduate, I'm fine, I'm okay, right? But take everything in this camp and use it. Pay attention. You will feel sleepy at some point. Stand up. Walk around. No, walk around. There's no space. Stand up on your seat and try to listen. Ask questions. Don't assume that you understand. And don't be shy. At a point in this program, we are going to be doing public speaking classes. You are going to come out and speak on a topic. Those are the things we want to help you work on. Communication, right? If you got into this camp, yes, to an extent, you already know how to communicate, but you can be better. Speaking properly, right? Mixing with people, networking. Ask your mentors question. Don't be shy. You can ask for their numbers. You can ask them to employ. Just take on opportunities. Do we understand? Can everybody hear me? Yes. So I'll say all of that, but you'll be having 2 speakers. 2 of them will be coming physically. Who remembers Mr. Franklin? Okay, so it's coming later this evening. We have Mr. Dr. Femi Olumide is upstairs. Then Mr. Asha Adeniyi, the CEO of Easy Pay. He already did a video because he's stressed. So he just did a pre-recorded video and you guys will be watching it. Don't worry, we're going to have fun as much as possible. You're also going to learn as much as possible. And you're also going to be fit as much as possible. From tomorrow, you start your fitness training all through the entire week. Is that fine? Yes. Please, who is asthmatic here? 2? Who else? 3. If you are not asthmatic, can you raise up your hands? Who is sickle cell here? Who is SS here? No one? Don't be shy. We just need to know so you don't go and do this thing and faint. Who has any health challenge here? Nobody? Just asthma? Good. Okay, you can meet me privately, please. It's very important, right? Yes, so I think that's that. Who is hungry here? Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. They are making food already.
There's food in your house, you can go, man.
Okay, so we'll get to you shortly, but I will just leave the stage, then we will introduce your next speaker. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Who is hungry? Okay. Nice, that's him. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. Are we ready for our first mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are we ready for our first mentor?
Yes, sir.
Come.
You guys on the couch over there, can you make space?
Hmm?
On the couch there, can you make space for him?
What's your question for?
I wanted to ask what there's no space pushed out to do things like this for boys.
No, you ask her later, don't worry. For now, I'm just be happy to be here. You ask her later. Are we ready for our first mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are we ready for our first mentor?
Yes, sir.
I need you guys to pay attention during this session. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
You're feeling sleepy, stand up. And please note all the questions you have. There will be a chance to ask questions. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Stand up. One minute. Where are you going to? You want to what? Why? Why? Can you answer me? You can't answer me. You dropped it outside, okay? You just what? I don't. Do you want to go home? Please let's put our hands together for our very first mentor, Dr. Olufemi Olumide, as he comes down. Very briefly, I'll just tell you a little bit about him. He is a business development professional, a serial entrepreneur, and a management consultant with close to 2 decades experience in enterprise development and human capacity development. He is a certified management consultant and a fellow of International Management Consultants. He helps businesses scale and enhance productivity through tailored coaching training solutions. He provides business development and growth solutions to SMEs in Nigeria, Ghana, the UAE, the UK, USA, and across Africa. Gentlemen, please put your hands together one more time for Dr. Olufemi Olumide.
Thank you very much. And I think we can have our seats. Thank you very much. It's good to be... I have to use my cabin. Okay. It's good to be here. It's a privilege to stand before kings. Let me put it that way. And young men who are shaping the way things are done in Africa. And I won't just say Nigeria, because the kind of solutions that I hear you guys have been developing, even me, I'm already getting worried, because with this powerhouse alone is enough to, to redefine what coding sounds like, looks like, feels like, what software development looks like, feels like, and the next generation of wealth that will be built through Africa. So once again, I want you to put your hands together for yourselves for this, for the privilege to be here. And one more time, I want you to appreciate the BoyCode team. This is cohort what? Five. Put your hands together for them one more time. You know, God bless you. I don't know where Precious is, but God bless you, Precious, wherever she is. And the rest of the team, the guys behind the camera, you guys are the ones creating this platform. Let's jam our hands together for them. I am going to be talking to you for the next maybe 1 hour plus. And with me today is somebody really amazing, somebody that makes my work and life easy. So I want you to appreciate him. His name is Peter Agekame. He's right there. Okay, so I thought I would use this, but it's fine. Since I won't use it, I will just speak from my heart. I've taken a couple of notes, so please permit me to keep looking into my notes as much as possible. I'd like to be as precise. Am I standing or sitting? Okay. I'd like to be as precise as possible. Because of time, I can't take everybody's names, but what I will just say is, please feel free. This is not a lecture. We're having a conversation. Please feel free. If you need to ask me a question, raise up your hand, introduce yourself, and ask the question. I beg of you, please ask questions. My joy is that I'm able to share as much as possible and give the wealth of my experience back to you guys, and then you can now do whatever you want to do to build whatever you want to do with it, okay? Yes, sir. Okay, so the first thing I wrote down here is that nothing in your life matters beyond how you see yourself. If you don't have a notepad, I have plenty things to say, so please make sure that you have enough space to write. So nothing in your life matters beyond how you see yourself. Okay. Guys, I'm so sorry. From time to time. Hi, how are you? Okay, so some people are here too, have you? Okay, fantastic. So that I know where my axis is. So nothing in your life matters beyond how you see yourself, meaning that how you see yourself will determine what other people see in you, the perception they will build about you, your products, your designs, and anything that you do, right? So the first thing first is, how do you see yourself? And I always like to start from that place because that is like the foundation. How you see yourself really, really, really matters. I'll share a story quickly. I like stories. So, story. There are two men, amazing men. You've probably heard them. You probably bank with them. They used to work with Guarantee Trust Bank. And true story, I hear that they had been friends from secondary school days. In fact, they were bunk mates, went to the same boarding house, and they always said to themselves that someday I will own a bank. And they had an opportunity to, be called, given an opportunity as executive trainee at Guarantee Trust Bank. So the first day in the training school, young man, they asked him, please introduce yourself. Everybody was meant to stand up to introduce. Like, we told you to introduce yourself. You're already telling us that one day you will own a bank. Is that or not, Obasabi? Eh? It's not, Abi. So his best friend stood up also and introduced himself and said, hello, everyone. My name is XYZ, and someday I'm going to own a bank. And everybody started laughing at him. Now, they both sat down and went back to training school, came out as top flying students of training school, went back into the bank. Everybody started talking about them. They gave their best. They developed products. They empowered people. They engaged people. They started rising very fast. Until one day an opportunity came. Somebody say one day after me now. One day. Because everybody will have a one day someday. There will be one day that will be a defining moment in your life. And you need to be ready for that opportunity. Right? So one day came, and usually when your phone gets bad, who do you call? You call the phone repairer. When your car gets bad, who do you call? You call the mechanic. But guess what? Let me just tell you their names. I'm sure you already know them. Their names are Herbert Wigwe, know his name of blessed memory, and Ike Imokwede. Two amazing men. So one of their customers happened to, he was traveling from Lagos to Ibadan, and then on the way, his car broke down. And decides to call Ike Imokwede, who happens at that time to be his account officer. Like I said, when your car breaks down, you call your mechanic, right? But this time around, when his car broke down, the first person he called was his account officer. Why? Can anybody give an idea? Why? Sorry? Yes?
It may seem as a man that knows everything. You know, there are some man that can.
I say you should introduce yourself first.
My name is Yusuf.
Okay.
So, from my own point of view, I feel it might see the man as someone that knows everything, because there are some men that even if lights point this out, they can do it.
Okay.
There's something else they can do. It's not that they know it entirely, but they have an idea.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, I saw your hand up.
Thank you so much. My name is Usman Sabesi.
Okay.
So, I think that maybe along the line, during their relationship, he already exposed himself for what he can do.
Okay.
And so when that situation came up, he was like, okay, you can do this right soon.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, please.
Yes, I'm Akim Munil. I think he called his account officer, so his account officer can direct him to who can repair the car.
Okay. Okay. Let's move on because of time, right? So Ike leaves everything he's doing in Victoria Island, gets into the car. Now, while he's going to meet the guy, remember I said, where did his car break down again? Lagos Ibadan Expressway, right? While he's heading there, he remembered that he had some children in the car. So back then now, it was Mr. Biggs that was raining now. So he pulls over at Mr. Biggs, loads up some meat pies and pizzas and stuff, and then takes it along. And as soon as he gets there, all the kids are screaming, Uncle Ike, Uncle Ike. What does that tell you? Familiarity. Popularity. What else? He has a relationship. That's the word I'm trying to hear. He has a relationship with them. Now, these two men eventually had an opportunity to start their own bank. They got some funding, they broke out of GTB and went to start Access Bank. Today, Access Bank is what it is. I'm sure Access Bank is maybe top 5 banks in Nigeria, maybe, or maybe top 7, something in between that range, right? And two men were able to shape or redesign what banking looked like. They pretty much redefined what banking looked like. And I'm sharing this story to let you know that it all starts with your mind. Tell your neighbor it starts with your mind. Okay. Remember when I first said that you can't grow bigger than how you see yourself, right? That was what those guys were really doing. They were developing themselves so much that everywhere they went, they became the solution. So today I'm going to be talking about something very interesting. And understand that the universe always creates an opportunity for people who see themselves differently, who wants to do things differently. Anybody ever heard of the name Chinedu Echero? Anybody? You need to just write his name down. We'll talk about him later. Chinedu Echero. Chinedu Echero. So today I'm going to be talking about leverage, right? The leverage principle. And I'm going to be sharing how to multiply your time, your money, your impact without really working harder. So the first question I'm going to ask, who here in the past 1 week has developed a code? Developed a code in the past 1 week? In the past 1 week. Okay. Did it cost your sleep? You worked till how long? What time? Throughout the night. Amazing. Nothing good comes easy. So we're going to go deeper into the leverage principle. And through this journey, I'm going to be talking about a few things. The first one is what hard work is. Second one is what separates us as high performance. Then I'm going to be talking about leverages, the 4 types of leverages, and how we can use it for what we do. I'm going to be talking about lessons from my experience, and then we're going to ask questions. Okay, so first thing first, they once told us, right, that for you to succeed, you have to work hard. True or false? True. But I will tell you that that's not completely true, right? That there were some things that they actually told us just to make us to keep on reading. Now, when you get into the corporate world, you now realize that hard work is not enough. That if, in fact, you said you worked all night, right, coding, that the fact that you spent the entire night coding doesn't mean that whatever you are doing is going to be successful, or whatever you are doing is going to become world class. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to be sharing principles that will take us from that ideology of just doing hard work to doing smart work, right? So let's give 2 scenarios. Developer A. I created 2 scenarios here. Developer A writes every function from scratch, codes, sorts, does everything manually, works 16 hours a day. In fact, just what's your name? Mustafa, just like Mustafa, stays all night coding. Now, 6 months after, Mustafa, I'm just playing. No, I'm not using you as saying. Do you understand? It's not real. 6 months after, Mustafa's app hasn't really gone far. Right? Developer B calls everybody together, buys APIs, imports, does collaborative work, works 6 hours a day, uses Claude. Right? Now, who is going to have a more productive kind of results out of developer A and B? Why? I didn't say Mustafa. I said developer A. Now you're mentioning Mustafa's name. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So this is what the life story is about. We could look at these 2 scenarios and we can actually see that it just goes beyond hard work. That it's not really about him spending every night 16 hours every day coding. It goes beyond 16 hours coding every day, right? Hard work is the entry ticket. But leverage is what? Our scoreboard. Now, I need you to understand something. I wrote here that you can't get in without hard work. Don't get me wrong. Right? Don't get me wrong. Hard work is the thank you. You read my notes. Take chop knuckle. Hard work is the entry ticket. Hard work is what opens the door for you. But to stay in that door, right, you need more than hard work. You need to be smarter. You need to start thinking outside the box. You need to start thinking about, how do I leverage on people? How do I leverage on relationships? How do I leverage on opportunities? How do I leverage on the network of people that I have here? How many of us are here? I heard us doing the count earlier. And by the way, that was an amazing one. I kept on hearing the counts on and on. How many people do you have? Okay. Okay, so let's use the number 80. Right? So what that means is that you have a team of 80 people here who can be resourceful. And I want you to begin to see yourselves as an opportunity for leverage, not competition. Did you hear what I said? See yourselves as an opportunity to leverage on yourselves and not to compete. Because in a few years from now, right, there will be people that emerge from this room that will shake the world with their products, with their solutions. There will be, unfortunately, that's how life is. Unfortunately, there will be people who might just say, I beg, you know what, I'm not really cut out for this thing. And that's how life is. But there will be people who will see everybody here as somebody who they can connect with and leverage from. And that's where I'm going to. So we must begin to see leverage. So what actually separates people who are high performing from the people who are working all nights? Is a question. Yes, please. Introduce yourself. Okay. Leverage. Yeah, using my word. Use another one. Okay. Okay. Yes, please.
My name is Mark.
Okay.
What makes them they collaborate with people and then they use some resources that can alter the rate of the work of others.
The rate of their growth. I understand what you're saying, don't worry. Yes, please.
My name is Sohibide.
Okay.
And the first one that is not that performing is working harder.
Okay.
While the second one that is high performing is working little hard but smarter.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I saw your hand.
Good day, everyone. My name is David.
Okay.
Just like, let me use an example. So, I'm building the world's largest robotics and AI company.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, sir. So, what makes hard work, what makes people that are working not as hard as the rest more successful is both their in. What that means is the circle and the things they take advantage of.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett was mentioning a classmate of his that he was much more smarter than him.
Yeah.
But Warren Buffett said he's more successful than his classmates because he found the right people and he worked with them.
Yep.
So, it's leverage.
Another one. Okay, fantastic. So I will take it. Okay, let me take one from here. Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Kosu Power.
Okay.
So I would say the other person has relationships.
Okay.
And the other person has access that this other person takes.
Okay.
Access can be people, it can be tools, it can be so many things that this other person doesn't have access to.
Yeah.
So this other person has the chance to be successful than this other people.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay, let me just move on, right? I will mention 3 people. The first one, or maybe not 3 people. The first person I will mention is Elon Musk, right? Now, it is said about Elon Musk knows how to connect with people. Like, he has a gifting. Don't quote me, please, right? Elon Musk is not really as smart as who you think he is, right? Not as smart, my opinion. But he has something. Very gifted. He knows how to get people to do things for him. And it's a skill that you need to develop because one day you will get to realize that if they give you $100 billion right now, you might not be able to compete with Elon Musk. Why? Because you've not built those skills over the years. You've not been able to leverage on people. Okay, you have $100 billion. What are you going to use it for? Who is the first person you are going to call? Do you have Dangote's number? No. Who else's number do you have? Who has Mark Zuckerberg's number here? They'll call you. See, I like your guys. I like your confidence. They will call you Abi. Fantastic, but maybe you would have been able to build your products to a point where it can begin to attract the right set of people. But my point here is that these guys, Mark Zuckerberg, I hear that he's not even a really amazing coder like that, you know. The guys on his team, he hires people who are better than him. If there's a break in a code, he goes to look for somebody on his team who can fix that thing. They've gotten to a point in their life where they realize that leverage is the biggest asset they can ever invest in. And that's why he's big on people. He's looking for the best and the best and the best of people who understand the game. So it's not really about the money. It's about how you're able to leverage the relationships around you. And everybody says it, that Elon Musk just has a way of getting those things done. You think Tesla is the best EV car in America, but for some weird reason, he has used his relationship to ensure that Chinese cars don't get into the US. Relationships. Whereas some other people are fighting the president on Twitter and Instagram. But he's using all his power and all his relationships to ensure that the Tesla becomes. Do you understand what I'm saying? We need to build leverage. So the most impactful founders are the ones that truly leverage on engineers. The most impactful founders are the ones that leverage on engineers, the ones that leverage on marketers, the ones that know how to manage relationships. You heard the story several times. What's that guy's name that started Apple? Steve Jobs, right? Several times. I think they fired him like twice. But why do you think they kept on bringing him back? Why? Tell me. Can anybody tell me why they kept bringing him? Yes, please.
My name is Osman.
Okay.
According to the report, he's the only one that understood the vision of Apple.
Okay.
So after he left, they couldn't, he created this, right? So he knows where he's heading to.
Yeah.
So he did it, and they cut him off afterwards. They don't understand where he's going to. So,
okay. There's no need to introduce yourself because you've done already, so it's fine.
Steve Jobs was the one that founded Apple along with Isaac.
Steve Wozniak, yeah.
So one of the things they said was that there's something he had something, he knew how to inspire people. There's a passion.
Thank you.
How to put in people
Thank you.
while they are working. So that passion, Apple was using the passion.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So Apple got to a point where they didn't just want a boss, they needed a leader. They needed somebody who could connect with them, who could inspire them to do things. And that's why leverage comes in. So irrespective of, the first reason why they fired him was because he was driving the engineers too far. He would keep them up all night, he would do all those things, but they still loved him. Anyway, the board decided to fire him. But why they brought him back was that now they brought in somebody who, the guys who they brought in didn't know how to manage the people, didn't know how to manage the engineers, didn't know how to manage the UI UX guys, didn't know how to manage the marketers. He didn't have that connection and spark that Steve Jobs had. Are you getting my points? So once again, they had to bring in somebody who understood the power of leverage, who understood the power of building connections with people. And that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to talk about the four levels of leverage. There are four, right? I'll mention them quickly so that you can write them. Then we'll take them one by one as we go on. So the first level of leverage is time, right? And the next one is relationships. Number 2 is relationships. Number 3 is systems. And number 4 is capital. I take that again. There are 4 levels of leverage, right? The first one is time. The second one is relationships. The third one is systems. And the fourth is capital. Now, if you've not paid attention to me since we started, please, these 4 are the defining leverage liver points of every founder, and I want you to hold on to it very dearly. So the first one we're going to talk about is time. And I said here that time is the great equalizer. That whether you are Dangote, whether you are Otedola, whether you are Usman, whether you are Olufemi, whether you are Peter, whether you are John, we all have 24 hours in a day. But what happens within those 24 hours differs from person to person. So what we need to talk about right now is that we need to make sure that those 24 hours are the most productive parts of our lives. Now, we need to understand that there are two ways to get more from time, right? The first one is through time. It's called time compression. Sorry for this big grammar, but you understand it as we go, right? Time compression. And what that means is that, how can we ensure that we do things faster? How can we ensure that we do things better? How can we ensure that we do things quicker? I have a mentor, and I'm going to talk a bit about him. He always tells me, whatever you need to do, try to be ahead of the game. Because when God gives you an idea, he's probably giving that idea to 1 million other people. Haven't you noticed this, that you think about an idea, then you go on Instagram and you see it? It has happened to you, right? Several times. And when you had that idea, you were so sure, like it might have even been in your dream, that you woke up and you wrote the idea down that, hey, I found the idea that will make me a multi-billionaire. Then you just wake up and you just see somebody just doing one skit and talking about, or one app is just on your timeline. It has happened to you. So what changed? Oh, okay, go on. Yes, please. Oh.
Like, ideas, you talking about ideas.
Yeah.
I was hoping to introduce myself.
Oh, and then you should have still introduced yourself the same way now.
Okay, so I am Ashen Barry Feliwa.
Okay.
And one day I'll be the biggest micromobility company.
Fans, let's jam our hands together for him. Don't worry. We have learned that it's possible, so we're not going to laugh. We're just going to support you, right? Now, the second way to get things from time is time extension. Your past hours keep working. Imagine you built an app on Monday and your app is earning for you through the entire week. That's what time extension is. So the first one I talked about is time compression, where you're just trying to get things done faster, better, in a more productive way. But yet, you might build an app and that app is not generating anything for you. That app is just sitting on one cloud or doing almost nothing, right? But you might build another app and that same app is generating income or providing a solution for somebody somewhere, maybe not even yet generating income, but providing a solution that the world needs. That's time compression. And the difference is that one, you keep growing in a linear way, but the second one, you grow in an exponential way. Okay, so the 3 time leverage tactics. Number 1, I would always say, is document what you want to build. Whatever you are trying to do, document it first. I've had the privilege of building, I think, about 3 brands that in my lifetime that has gone viral. Maybe viral. One of them, nobody even knows that I'm the one behind it, and I don't mention it anyway. And I want to leave it that way. I just know that I sat down some years ago in one box office with a few people, and we designed something, and it went into the globe. It's not nobody's business. As long as I'm earning revenue from it, it's fine. But yet another one 3 years ago, no, it wasn't 3 years ago, about 5 years ago, my wife and I enjoy traveling. Every time we travel, we're always looking for a place that has water, and then one of those times we came back from one of the countries we went to, and she's like, can we bring this thing home? So we went to Maldives. She's like, can we bring this thing to Nigeria? And I said, it's very possible now. But so let's bring an experience where people want to come and, experience themselves. And then we started writing the concepts down. And I will always say, make sure you write your ideas down in the most clear way you can. There are times Peter is here. Peter works with me every day. And there are times I tell him something. Maybe something goes through my mind. And I tell him. And he doesn't write it down. And he might ask me 4 hours later. I'm like, I can't remember again. No. Because at that point in time, I just said it. The thing just sparked in my head. So he has learned every time now I say that thing, he will just write it down. There are ideas. There are times when God will give you an idea that can change the world, that you need to write that idea down. Sometimes you wake up and you know that after breakfast, you might not even remember that dream again. I mean, now, are there not dreams like that you'll be trying to remember? I remember this thing, but the thing is gone. So that's to let you know that even if when you wake up, sometimes I wake up middle of the night, 3 a.m. I've had a dream. I don't wait till I don't wait till 10 a.m. in the morning, then I'll pick up a pen. No, 3 a.m. in the morning, I will pick up my phone, turn on the lights, get a pen, and start writing. Because maybe you have just gotten that one big bang idea that is going to change the world. Or maybe you've just been able to get something to input into something you are already building. Or maybe you have a solution for somebody else's products somewhere. And that's how ideas work. So the first leverage point I said is document what you built. And then build once, then create a system around that it can be reused often. So we came back from all this and we said, how can we create a product that people will desire, people want to use, a place where people want to come to and people want to benefit of, premium relaxation. They don't need to travel to Maldives. They don't need to travel to America or Tanzania or all those amazing places that they go to. How can they get it here in Nigeria? So we started writing it down, came up with a business plan, and started putting everything together. We sat down and said, how much exactly do we need? At that time, this was early 2021, 2022, so the dollar was around 500 naira to a dollar. So estimated, we said maybe we need around 700 million naira at that time, which was maybe like $1.2 million in exchange. So we asked ourselves, where are we going to get this kind of money from? Because we didn't have that kind of money. But guess what? We had leverage. We knew people. We had mentors. We had people. So we gathered everybody. Let's identify everybody that we know that has done something like this before. And we started writing down. My wife wrote a few names. I wrote a few names. How can we share this idea with them? So we started sharing the idea. We started pitching to different people in different places. And one day, we're looking for land up and down. And I keep saying this in several podcasts that I've talked about. We're looking for land up and down. And it's important that you have a mentor. Because a mentor will always help you shorten your growth curve. Right? We're still talking about time. If it was going to take you 20 years or 15 years to achieve success in a certain area or in whatever you are trying to do, a mentor can come and half that 15 to 20 years in maybe, I don't know, can reduce it by 10 years. And instead of you going or waiting for 15 years before you eventually emerge or never use your word, before you blow, right? You might find out that you only use 5 years because of mentorship. I'm not saying it might be that fast, but I'm just telling you that mentorship cuts your journey by a lot. So we spoke to a few mentors here and there, started started looking for land, and then the mentor told us, oh, don't go to that place, so don't go there, stay in this area. This area, cars will be able to come there easily. So we went to go and buy land from that place. And the rest is history. We're able to raise the first 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. Eventually, we did raise the $1 million, but guess what? It wasn't enough. And we got to a point where we, after investing over $1 million in developing the place, we still needed maybe another $1 million. But guess what? We had started, and I always say that God has a way. For those of you that don't believe in God, good luck to you, right? But God has a way of blessing the works of your hands. God cannot bless you if there's nothing in your hand, though. Don't think that you will just be chilling and then you just see, bam, alert, $1 million. You're dreaming. In fact, you're having a nightmare. Now, did you be that, Abi? But eventually, because we had got raised up to $1 million, every other person that we're going to, it was easier. They say, okay, how much have you raised? I've raised $1 million. Oh, this person say, oh, I give you $200,000. Oh, I give you $100,000. Oh, yeah. By the time we knew it, we had raised the entire money. I think eventually we raised close to about $3 million in revenue. And the place is called Ziba Beach Resort. If you've ever seen it or you've ever been there, you will know that there was a lot of intentionality that was put into developing the place. But it could have just been a dream in somebody's notepad. It could have just been an idea in somebody's book. If we didn't take that first step to say, okay, let's launch out, let's go and start raising money, let's do a business plan, okay, let's refine it, let's use the network, would have still been here. 5 years after, it would have still been a dream. In fact, I met somebody who has been building a beach resort for 5 years. And they came to me and they said, how were you able to do it? You guys came together and you built it in 2.5 years. How did you do it? And in hindsight, we only say, it's the grace of God, though. It's the grace of God, though. But in hindsight, it was leverage. Because leverage was the biggest tool and skill that we required. Leverage helped us find the right people. So, for example, I had never been into construction before. I don't know anything about construction. But because my mentor is into development and construction, he was able to give me like 95% of all the workers on his site to resume on our site to work. Do you understand? That's the power of leverage. Yes, let me hear your question. My mentor, his name is Kennedy Okonkwo. Kennedy. His name is Kennedy Okonkwo. You might not know him. He's not your space, but I'm sure he's doing amazing things. He has built over 2,000 houses in Lagos, so he's not playing. And every day I chat with him, every day, just to say hi, just to say hello. I don't want anything, no. I don't ask him for money. I don't ask him for anything. Nothing. In fact, I'm the one always trying to give. What would you help me do? You say, I'm speaking in one something today. And I'll be like, okay, do you need me to look through your slides? What do you need me to do? I can come and hold your phone and your bag for you. Imagine that I'm doing multi-million-dollar projects. I'm going to go and hold somebody's bag. But I still did it for him last month. And every time when we walked into Radisson Blu for the event, somebody said, is this not Dr. Lufemi? I'm like, please, leave me alone. I'm PA today. Just leave me alone. Because I understand the power of leverage and I don't want anybody to take it from me. I'm here to assist this man and help him today. So you must understand your path and your road to success. That as you climb to the top, please remember, your shoulder shouldn't be higher than your head, though. Thank you. Okay, so we were eventually able to launch, and then we started creating systems, and that takes me to the third point. Automate anything that needs to be repetitive. Anything, there's a framework that I'm going to share with you. It's called the 3Ds of work. I'll share it with you, right? Anything that can be that you need to keep on doing needs to be systemized. So, for example, I was working with Claude some days ago, and then after the back and forth with Claude, he gave me a document that I'm like, where did you get all these colors from? So I told him, please never use these colors with me anymore. These are my official brand colors, right? This palette, and I uploaded it, and it says, thank you very much. As from now, any documents I'm going to design for you will be in this. Remember that you must create systems around anything that will make you keep on repeating that task. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Always remember that. Okay, so the first one is what? Time. Okay, so the second one is relationships. I'm sure I've talked a lot about relationships, but I'll still keep on talking about it. Because I believe so strongly that for you to attain success in whatever you wants to do in life, you need Usman, you need Peter, you need John, to collaborate with you, to help you look at what you're not doing right. We all need each other to survive, and that's how I'm going to put it, right? So your network is, as they say, is not only your net worth, right? Your network is everything to you. And that's why you hear people like Warren Buffett and all these are some billionaires that always brag that take everything away from me and I will build it back in 1 year. Have you heard people say those kind of things? Those billionaires, right? Why do you think they are saying that? Please, can anybody tell me? Network, yes. Network. The relationships they built over the years. So take away the money, take away all the billions of dollars. They can donate everything to charity. They will just sit down and be like, by that time, it's really not about how much they have made. But by that time, it's about the connections, the people that they have interacted with. I was in Abuja last week, and I just went in for a day, and I needed to do something with the presidency. So I called somebody. I said, who do I know? I should know somebody. And I just scrolled through my phone. I called the guy, and I said, I need to do something, X, Y, Z, X, Y. And he says, oh, do you want... he just wanted to show me that I am there for you. He now said, do you want to come into the presidential villa? I said, he said, tell me. And he said, how many of you? I said, we are 2. I said, please, don't worry. But I was happy. Why was I happy? Because I tested my network. Do you understand? Because I told him I need to see him. And I tested the network. And he said, would you like to come into the presidential villa? And that made me really excited because I'm like, I've tested my network just to be very sure that I have deposited into this relationship. And I need you to understand something very clearly. Okay, thank you very much. And I need you to understand something very clearly. That these relationships are not built in one day. They are not built, they are built over time. Over years. Is there anybody here that has known anybody here for up to 5 years? Let me see your hand up. There's somebody here that you've known for up to 5 years. Anybody here? Yes. You know somebody? Who? Huh? Who is the person? Are you the one? Amazing. Let's jump and answer here for him. Yeah. Are you? Okay. Oh, see, there are some powerful people in this place. How long have you known him for? Fantastic. Keep the relationship. Keep the relationship because let me tell you what, when you all grow together, one day that commissioner might become governor. One day that commissioner might become president. One day that man on your streets that you have been greeting, you now be like, yay, and I know that man, oh, and I know him, oh. But every day you see him passing, you don't even greet him. You just walk past him. You don't even say hello. You don't say anything. You see him trying to open his gates. You just carry your eye and walk away. Then tomorrow you now see the man. Oh, this man has now been appointed as special advisor to the president. And you be like, yeah. And next thing you hear that the man has moved to Abuja. Build relationships. And it's important that you invest in people around you, not for anything, not because they can help you or not because they can lift you up, but just because you need to build your network. Now, for the kind of work that you do, many people will say, oh, but I can rely on, spending money on email marketing, spending money. You see, email marketing is good, right? Especially when you have the money to do email marketing. But when you build relationships with people, it's better and faster. There are doors that I have been able to enter just because somebody vouched for me. So the question is, who can vouch for you? There are places that I have been able to enter that my name couldn't enter. But I entered into that place because somebody gave me a note. My father is not a wealthy man. But one thing I learned from him through his life, he's still alive. My father knows everybody. He's not rich, oh. He's not rich. If I mention his name, you don't know him. His name will not even come up on any newspaper, anywhere. But when I tell him, oh, I want to meet this person, he'll be like, I think I schooled with that person before. I think we went to the same secondary school. Oh, yes, I should have it. I said, well, so how will you reach him if you... He said, no, I have his number. How do you have his number? Somebody you went to school with 50 years ago or 60 years. How do you have... This man keeps relationships with everybody. And that's one thing I have learned from him. So one day I was going to Abuja. And I said, oh, I need to do something with a senator. So I was just having the conversation. And I called my father. I said, by chance, do you know this senator? My father said, yes, now. I know him. I said, how do you know this man? He said, in 1986, something. I said, so you know him too? He said, don't worry. He said, you want to see him? I said, yes. He said, where do you want to go to? Do you want to go to National Assembly or do you want to go to his house? I said, wait, I don't understand. You knew him in 1986. So how do you know where he lives in Abuja? He said, leave that to me. And then he made a call. I don't know who he called. He said, I'll call you back 5 minutes after. Then he sends a text and says, here is the senator's address. I now called him back. I said, so how do I go and meet this senator now and tell him that I want to see you? He said, don't worry, I'll write you a note. I said, what this man, what? So he wrote that note, handwritten, not more than 5 lines. Hello, Senator, something. Here is my son. He would like to have a conversation with you. Please give him audience. That's all. Wait now. Do you even know whether I saw the man? You are bearing too much. So I took the handwritten notes, jumped on a plane, went to the house. In my mind, I was like, but how do I just walk to somebody's house? I've never met him before. I knocked on the gates, mobile police everywhere, security. I was with my brother, Tony. Precious knows him. So I'm like, how are we going to do this thing? Anyway, so we told the security guy, say, yes, are you on appointment to see? They call them distinguished. Are you on appointment to see the distinguished? I said, no. He said, so you can't see him. That you need to come tomorrow to National Assembly, get the clerk to give you an appointment. It might be 1 month from now. I said, no, I came from Lagos. I'm going back. We now remember that we had a letter. We forgot that we had the notes. So we brought out that notes and gave it to the security guard. And we said, please, can you just make sure that this note gets to him? He said, that's very tough. He said, but let me see what I can do. So he goes in, 10 minutes. We don't hear from him. 10 minutes after, 15 minutes after, he's walking out. And they're clearing the road. Come in. And then they cleared the road and said, keep coming in. And they took us all the way upstairs. Then they took us from waiting room into a special private room. I said, what's going on here? 5 minutes after, we had a knock. Distinguished is coming. Then he walked in and said, gentlemen, how are you doing? And my mouth, the way your mouth is open, that's how I was just like, what's going on here? And he said, your father is a very good man. I met him 35 years ago. I got back home that day. I was worried. And I said to myself, am I doing enough to ensure that I'm building relationships, that I'm touching lives? I asked myself, am I doing enough to ensure that in 20 years from now, somebody also, I would be able to write a note and give to somebody? Like, I will give you a note or anybody else a note and say, from me. And the person says, I know this guy. This guy has impacted my life. That became my memento. And this is, let's say, 7-8 years ago. For me, I said to myself, look, as from today, I'm working to build a legacy for my name. So I will say again, that your number 2 points, relationships. Build those relationships so well. And that's why maybe some other people are going to come and tell you some more technical things about what you do, but I'm just a messenger coming to tell you about leverage and how you can leverage it, right? Build those relationships. Let it start from now. Don't wait, because greatness is surrounding you. And I want you to jam your hands together for everybody here one more time. If you've heard it, if you are hearing for the first time, write it down. Don't repeat yourself. Instead, what should you do? We are teachers. What should you do? Automate. Let's put our hands together for him. Automate. 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 So build systems instead. Let it run while you work on what only you can do. Build systems so that you're not working till 3 a.m. every day. And that's how you must go. I'm going to share a ladder with you. It's one of the last things I'll share with you before I go. Right? I'll share a ladder and a few things that I feel that you must start doing now, and then the next thing to start doing. Because I don't want you to start. I know BoyCode, has encouraged you so much to develop skill and everything, but I also think it's important that you understand where you are going to. When you understand where you are going to, the money is going to come to you, right? The money is going to come to you. And don't worry about the money. It will come. It will definitely come. So don't repeat yourself. Automate it. Number 3 is... Okay, so I was saying yes. So automate, build systems, build templates for everything. And that's how you must start thinking. Templates. Build templates for everything. For emails, for code, for proposals. Don't wait till the opportunity comes. Be ready before the opportunity comes. So start building that template for the proposal now. In our organization, we don't write new proposals. We already have templates. So if you call us for a certain type of projects, we can churn out a proposal in a very short time because there are already templates for it. We just need to tweak, change the name of the organization, change some things, develop templates. It shortens your time by half. Over the years, many years when I first started consulting, I lost a lot of jobs because an organization calls you and says, "Oh, send me a proposal in 24 hours," and I'm like, "Hey, where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start?" And then I call them after 48 hours and say, also pay OT law. Capture your best thinking. The insight you had today becomes a checklist for tomorrow. If it's not in your head and if it's not written down, we've talked about this one already, it can be lost. Create rules for recurring decisions. I don't pick calls. Peter knows. I don't pick calls anyhow. Like, if you call me at 9 a.m., I don't pick calls every time of the day. I pick calls when I feel like picking calls. So I always tell everybody around me, don't use me as emergency number. You have plenty of friends. Use them as emergency number, please, because the way I've designed my life, if I keep on picking everybody's calls, my phone rings every other minute. So if I keep picking every call, I won't be able to do what I want to do. I hope you understand that. And as a coder, you must begin to implement systems around your life. Because if you want to be productive, you must have systems. There's time to play ball. There's time to play video game. I still play video games, right? I'm a very huge fan of Call of Duty. So I still play. How do I have time? Systems. Systems. So what I do with my Call of Duty is that I have time, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. I say I'm allotting 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. once in 2 weeks. So for me like this now, I play maybe twice in a month. I don't have the time anymore. Like those days I used to play every day, right? So the game is just gathering dust. But once in 2 weeks, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Nobody can take that time away from me. If you call me, I won't pick. Do you understand my points? I won't pick. Or I'm having breakfast with my wife. If you call me at that time, I won't pick. I've systemized my life so much that I need to be very productive with my life. So if I need to be very productive with my life, I can't pick those calls just anyhow. So build systems around your everyday routine. It protects you from not being as productive, right? Number 3 is capital. So what was number 1 again? Quickly. Time. What was number 2? What was number 3? Okay, so this is number 4. So you're following me. I love it. Okay, so number 4 is capital. Can somebody say capital? Capital. What's capital? I knew it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Skill is a capital. Okay. Okay, fantastic. What's capital?
Capital are more like your assets, the resources you have that
Okay.
to do something.
Okay.
That can produce more resources.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry, I saw his interest. Yes. Okay. Anybody wants to say something different? Yes, my people in this corner. Yeah. We've not heard your name. If you are talking for the first time, introduce yourself.
My name is Judy.
Okay.
Capital.
It's fine. We'll come back to you. Yes, please.
I would say capital is a raw material.
Okay.
That we use to start up anything. It can be time. Time can be a raw material that we use to invest in something and then to be productive later on.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Anybody else? Oh, you remember now? Okay.
Financial investments.
Okay. Financial investments. Okay. Yes, please.
Thank you very much. My name is Abdul Sheet.
Okay.
So I think capital is anything that initiates profit generation.
Okay. Fantastic. I saw your hand up.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So basically, capital is man-made assets utilized in the production of other outputs.
Okay. So I wrote here that capital is any resource that can be deployed to generate more. Meaning even human being can be capital. Right? Your skill can be capital. Money can be capital. Assets can be capital. Right? So anything is, so capital is not just money. Let me put it that way. However, number 1, there's financial capital. There's money capital, equity, investments. What most people think of when they hear the word capital is financial, is money. But it can be also people. Number 2, your app, your software can be capital. Your, what's that dashboard now? That's place where you get buy resources for, I can't remember. One of those, anywhere that you have, No. Canva, your Canva platform can be capital. There's another platform. Yes, can be capital, right? I heard about this young teenager, 17-year-old, who sold his app for $30 million. Then I heard about a guy called Chinedu Echuro. Has anybody heard? I said we're going to come back to him. Chinedu Echuro. Now, Chinedu Echuro, amazing man. I think Hotstop was the name of his platform. He built a platform that can help Google Maps, Apple Maps integrate. So Apple was trying to expand their Apple Maps at that time, and they stumbled across a free platform that Chinedu had developed. Right? Chinedu developed this platform, put it on the app was going to help businesses, I think in New York, he lives in America, to integrate, and they've stumbled across it. And guess what? They didn't even ask him, how much is your app? Now, you are that kind of person. Apple reaches out to you, and they want to buy your app. They just offered him $1 billion straight for the app. Guess what he did? What do you think he'll do, Omonaja? Of course, he sold it. Are you joking? Are you joking? So Chinedu Echuro sold that app for $1 billion. So I decided to go and do a research on Chinedu Echuro. I'm like, okay, who is this guy? How did he just wake up and sell one app for $1 billion? And I realized that the guy has been selling apps for the past 10 years. No be today. So the guy understands the markets. He has built the network. He has built the relationships in the industry. He understands who to call. The moment he hears that, oh, Apple is looking for an app to buy, he knows the network, the pool of people to call. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not just about coding. You have to build relationships with people in your industry, with business people, with people who know people. Build relationships. Of course, he's a big boy now. Today he's just investing in stocks, investing in all stuff. I don't even know whether he has even developed any other app after that time. But please Google him and read about him. He's living a very low profile life. Not much. I'm not sure he has posted anything on Instagram in 5 years. So, yeah. Echuru. E-E-C-H. It's actually Eche. E-C-H-E-R-U-O. Don't worry, if you Google it, you find him.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the name of the app was called Hot Stop or something like that. Don't worry, you find him. It's online. Number 3 is your brand reputation. Brand reputation. You must start building your brand reputation from now. I went to the US Embassy. And I heard that thing that they were now checking social media handles. And I didn't believe, but while the guy was doing an interview for me, he says, he now says, what do you do? And that's why you have to be sure of what you are doing. So I told him, yes, I'm a business consultant, blah, 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 blah. And I told him, we just started Nigeria's #1 beach resorts called, and it's like, I can see it. And the guy was even already like dragging his monitor, bending his monitor to show me that, don't worry, I'm on your page. I can see what you are saying. And I'm like, the only way this guy would have found it is through my Instagram handle, maybe, because I listed out all the things that I do there. But most importantly, of course, is the US Embassy. They will Google anything. They have any information that they want about you, as long as you've ever tweeted. So meaning that you have to be careful about all the jargons that you're saying on Twitter and TikTok, because someday it can be used against you. Guys, I beg of you. Account deleted. It's still there. It's still there. Even if you delete it, it's still, that's, as they say, the internet never forgets. So build a fantastic, a credible brand reputation as you go. Because this brand reputation can also open doors for you and can also shut doors for you as you go on in life. Build your... So now I'm very conscious. Every time, I see somebody saying something, dragging somebody on Twitter, my body is doing me like, say your own back. I'm like, I have to be careful because my brand reputation is important. Because my brand reputation has now becomes you as a person. Yes, you can say I'm a coder, I'm behind. Please be careful, okay? So build that brand reputation. And The truth is, when somebody searches your name in 5 years, let them be able to see amazing things. So being intentional is like start creating footnotes, footsteps, digital footprints on Twitter, on every other platform, TikTok. Put useful information there. Let the world know that you are here to contribute. That you understand that I'm so careful about Instagram. But guess what? Because of the kind of work I do on Instagram, 75% of the jobs I get come from social media. 75%. In fact, rarely do I even send a proposal. 75% of the jobs I get comes from social media. And that's the world we are in now. Everybody will connect with you through social media. Somebody calls me one day and says, "Oh, I see the amazing work that you've been doing. Oh, would you like to facilitate a session for us in," he mentions the financial institution in Cameroon. I'm like, yes, I will. Now, do you know how much it would have taken me for me to create that platform for myself? But guess what? Because I'm building an audience, because I'm building digital footprints, it's easy for me to be able to walk into doors. I go into places and people say, "Oh, I see your work, I see your work, I heard about what you've done, I see your work, thank you for being an inspiration." And that's what fuels me. We're wrapping up. So let's quickly do a leverage audit. And it's important that we do this quickly, right? So, and I just want to, we're going to do like a short assessment. Now, when you think about, well, we've already done a bit of it, but I want to ask you a question. The question I want to ask you right now is, what am I doing right now, right, that is building capital for myself? What am I doing right now? It's a question for you to answer. Maybe I will get a few people to talk about it. What am I doing? What am I building right now? Right? That is building capital for me. What am I building right now? I want you to write it down first before you raise up your hand. Write it down. It's a to-do. The next question is, the first one is, what am I building right now that is building capital for me? And the truth is, if you don't have any answer, just write none. Be as simple as possible with yourself. What am I building right now that is building capital for me? The second question is, what am I repeatedly doing, right, that should be a template or that I can automate? What am I repeatedly doing that I can automate? Let's just leave it that way. What am I repeatedly doing that I can automate? What am I repeatedly doing that I can automate? The third question is, who in this room could I help? And who in this room can help me? Who in this room could I help? And who in this room can help me? I said who, so meaning it's just one person. Well, you can write multiple, but the idea is that you write one. Are we good? You're not writing. You're written? Okay. The fourth one is, what have I built this week that will keep working after this boot camp? What have I built this week? And it's still okay for you to say none, right? And it's all very okay. I just wrote those challenging questions so that, we can move from where we are to where we need to be. What have I built this week that will keep working after this boot camp? Okay, so I give you 5 minutes to answer these questions. Or 3 minutes. Yes, please, you want to say something? Yes, I would ask you to tell me a few, but I just want a few people to answer, to write. You've answered everything already. Summarize it. Okay. All right, go on. Yes, please. Please keep writing. Okay. Sorry, before you go on, has this session been value to you? Yes. It makes sense? Good. Okay, that's good.
I want to thank you, sir, because you just opened my eyes to different people, especially that repeating thing, because I find myself repeating a lot. On that, thank you, sir. So the first question is, what am I building right now that is building confidence for me? So I have a business of my own,
okay,
which is we develop models. That's fashion modeling, editorial modeling, and commercial modeling.
Okay.
So I'm able to take young kids from 4 to 16.
Sorry, can I sit down?
Yes, sir. So I'm able to what we do is we take kids from 4 years old to 16 years old. We put them in the industry. That's fashion modeling, editorial modeling, commercial modeling. That way we have done adverts like Maggie, Milo adverts, recent Milo adverts from us. And we are working on one now, which I'm not allowed to say. So when they'll come to by the grace of God, we are saying small company, so by the grace of God, so they'll come to us, big small models, want to use that, those sort of stuff. So the capital I'm able to build one relationship with, I'm able to build relationship with that person. If I need anything, I don't want to go to that person by the grace of God. So I'm able to meet a man, his name is Modella. So you want a very big name in the industry, very young modeler is him. So I'm going to create a relationship. For me to have his number on my phone is that's something good for me. The second, and minimum, right now I can't really remember, I have right now. So minimum, in case of God.
Fantastic.
The other one is what am I repeatedly doing that should be a client account for me. You are pulling now, keep telling this thing, do this, remember this, okay. I want to change. Last year, now we're writing our proposal to Lagos State. Okay, we needed their park for an event. Then I did not build the template with that proposal. Now this year again, we want. No, that was last. That's last year. So this year again, we want to use popular key mod. So I have to I don't build templates. I have to start again from scratch. That type of thing. And if I'm working on my flyers too, because I'm also a graphic designer, I have to it is stressful, starting again. So that is one thing I'll work on. I have to automate my graphic designing, my letter writing, everything I do.
Fantastic.
Could I help? And who in this group I help me? I hope and pray God give me 20 people that will impact my life, because I'm not yet even start saying I'm bigger than you. Me, I need help. So if I'm able to see 5 people that will I'm so grateful to God for this day.
How many people have you met here?
I know Umar. I know
That's too little.
I'm not really. I don't know, because me, I'm very careful.
So you should meet 15 to 20 people every day. That's the way you can meet everybody before. I'm telling you, it might be the 11th person that is the next Bill Gates of Africa.
I know. There are brilliant minds everywhere. Everywhere I'm only seeing, wow. I can build something now. Someone do 10 times. I'll be listen to win it. Someone goes do something like that. Are you serious like that? I know that there are brilliant minds here that this of God have to meet 1, 2, 5. I don't know. Then the last question: what have I built this week that I keep up or not have it? So it's not what have I built this week. What have I built all these years? That's my business. That's Tracy Global Body Academy. Then I feel this week I'm focusing on BoyCode. I don't want to leave there and go home. I said I have my certificate. I want to connect one. how to build relationship with my mentors, how to leverage on an opportunity, and many.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll take 2 more because of time. How many minutes do I have more? Huh? Yes, we'll have questions. What? How many minutes? Like 10. Okay, yes, I'm so sorry. I forgot them. I'm so sorry, guys. For everybody streaming, where is the streaming camera? Here, out there. I'm so sorry. I apologize, please. I would like to take questions maybe after this. We'll not take any questions again from you people. Okay. Okay, let me hear you. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Yusuf Said. So what am I building right now that like generate a capital for me? So actually, I would say what I'm building is, let's say 2. You know, building, if you say in terms of building, you can be building yourself for capital. Like currently, I would say I'm building myself, learning skills for the future. While the other one is, I would say I have a team. We have a team currently working on a startup that has gained attention, but we are yet to launch. Let me just give a summary. Okay. So a summary of it is that it makes shopping and buying easier. It makes shopping and buying easier directly from WhatsApp, even without going anywhere. Sending the image to it on WhatsApp, and let me just say that's the summary of what we are building. And also, sorry, the alarm on my phone is too much. The other one is, what am I repeatedly doing that I can automate? So, okay, this question is somehow hard. So, the thing is, what am I doing repeatedly? From the question you said, from what you told us, I've been doing it, like creating relationship, like maintain the relationship. But the relationship is like, how will I say tackling, or like, it is tackling my something I'm supposed to be. Now, let me give an example now. Sometimes I spend up to 2 hours not watching video, replying to people that I'm supposed to do. Like, maintain that relationship, because most people, when we graduated from secondary school last year, most people be like, Oshimba people is sorrow. And sorry for using Yoruba. All these people, me, ni number on so. You understand? So anywhere I go, I used to like maintain that relationship. Like, so me, I already see it as something that is repeatedly. So now my own solution that I think I can build is like something that, you know, email, we have something that can remind you every week. They can be sending you. So me, I'm thinking just sending a notification, not, should I say more like a notification, or something like sending automatic message on WhatsApp to most people that I care about and replying them. But from WhatsApp, from my research I've done, WhatsApp does not allow it. But there is something you can use, but it is banned. But that's my own because most people now that you meet, if I meet somebody here, I may not meet the person again in my life. So the thing is, if I maintain the network, I'm sincere. If I maintain the network online and the person says, wow, this person, the person asks me for something, and if it is within my capability, you understand, I'll do it. Then the next one is, who is in this space that can help and who can help me? So from what I knew, on the graduation we did on Saturday, I met someone, you know, matriculation, sorry. So the matriculation we did online, I met someone that actually told me that, okay, when we get here, you teach me something. And I know that there are many people here that I can learn from. But I already have one person that I know now that I want to teach something, that I want to explain. But I know myself that there are other people here that I can also learn from. Okay, so the fourth one, what have you built this week? Actually, I've not built anything this week. This thing just started.
One here. I'm taking one from here. Let me come here. Okay, who is the person that has not said anything? You both of you have been talking. You not said anything. Think of what to do.
Good afternoon. So my name is Kelechi Ekuma, and I would like to take the questions. The first thing you say is, what am I building right now that is building my capital? The first thing I would like to say is that I'm currently building relationships with people, like-minded people that I know that, okay, in the future, they will be able to build up something that would help me too. and at the same time I'm pushing them. Sometimes when you're building alone, you would lose that zeal. But when you look and you say, okay, this person is building at the same time, if this person leaves me behind, he cannot come back, and I cannot say, okay, this person was my friend in the past, so I'm also building at the same time. And if I have opportunities that I don't make use of, that I don't need it at that point in time, I'll ask the person, okay, do you need this? So that in the future, when that person remembers, okay, there was a time I was in need of this thing, and he was the person that helped me, so that person will be able to help me too. So what should I automate? I think I'm looking forward to building an agentic AI that can lock me out of my social media platforms, because most of the times I should spend building, I spend it on social media. I might start going through Substack. Once I enter Substack, I cannot come out again. And it's not like it's not productive. Like, I read articles on Substack.
What's that?
Yeah. So, like, I spend those times writing political articles, pushing propaganda. So, I think I should, limit it. So, I think I should, limit my use of it. I was thinking of building an application that connects people across continents, whereby you tell them to lock me out from a particular time, and then I also lock you out from your own application. Even if you beg me, I cannot open it again to you. That set time comes back again. So, okay, who is in this room that I could help, and vice versa? I'm looking forward to meeting people that are building projects, because at the moment, my skill set is a technical writer and then cybersecurity. So I'm looking forward to anyone that's building a project. You need someone to help you write a white paper. I can volunteer to do it for you while your project is still going up. And then, what have I built this week that we keep working? Currently, I'm building a certificate verification on the blockchain, because I notice that most times if you go abroad and then they ask for your certificate and you tell them, okay, I schooled in Nigeria, they'll be like, maybe you forged a certificate and then you came here to deceive us. And the due process, the time it takes, all the red tape and stuff. So I'm building currently a web app that helps store your certificate on the Solana blockchain, so that if you go over there and then they say, where is your certificate, you can easily go onto the blockchain. No one can touch anything that is on the blockchain. So you can easily go onto the blockchain and bring it out from there. And while I was building this week, my front-end designer dropped me. So I had to learn how to use Figma files by myself this week. That was one of the new skills I learned. Yes. So I used Figma. Yeah. So I used Figma to design, how I want the front end to be. And I think that's basically how everything is.
Okay. So thank you guys. It's really been interesting. So I would end with this framework, right? Then we'll do questions and then take some questions from the guys online, and we'll go on. So I talked about the 3 Ds of decision. I'm sure you all know it, right? Do we? Maybe some people where, if you know it, let me see. What was it? So the first one is do it, right? Somebody say do it.
Do it.
Now this requires your skill, your attention, and it requires things that only you can do. So you need to keep on asking yourself, what are the things that I need to keep on doing? The second one is delegate it. Like, sadly, he lost his UI UX guy, right? Front end. He wouldn't need to have been doing it if he had somebody. So now it's important for you to find people that can collaborate with you on this journey, so that you can stay focused on where you are going. Find people who you can partner with. You don't have to do everything, is the point. So delegate it. And then the third D says design a system. We've talked about this. So the framework is pretty much just like summarizing everything we've said, right? If it needs to repeat itself, create a template or an automation. Thank you guys. It's been an amazing time. So I guess this is where we take questions. But I feel we should give priority to online people first, and then we come back to you guys if we will.
Let me read the online question. Hello, my name is Bamigbe Teriba. How can I build a relationship I can leverage on later if I do not have much value to offer in exchange for a season. I feel relationship survives on value exchange.
Yeah. So, okay, so the solution to that is go and develop value, right? Go and build yourself. Go and build. To be sincere with you guys stop looking for money at this time. Oh, I know money is good. I don't know what the core of what anybody has told you about finances, but this is the time to build. This is the time to develop yourself so well that you become unstoppable. So go and develop whatever skills you need, whether it is interrelationship or personal management or design or editing, whatever skill you need right now. This is the time when you develop that skill. And I would always say that think ahead of time. There are certain skills that would, no matter what level of AI is coming, right? There are certain skills that would always be required. For example, people management. For example, networking. For example, building connections. Those are skills that, no matter what era you are looking at, they will still be of value to you. So I think that's what you should be doing right now. Okay? Can we take another question?
I think we can take one question.
I saw his hand first. But you have been talking. Is your question sharp?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. The question goes thus. So do you think it is important to us to start creating content for visibility as a creative person or as a tech? Okay. All right. So I said, do you think it is necessary for us, like as a tech person, for all of us to be creating content for visibility? That's one. So the second one is, okay. All right. The second one is relationship value and credibility the real money, or money is the money?
It's a combination. It's a combination of both, and that's why the relationships that you build right now is as good. Remember, we talked about capital, right? That there's also the human capital and there's financial capital. So it goes hand in hand. Don't only try to build financial capital, build human capital, and that's how wealth is transferred. Okay, Okay, any more from online?
Thank you very much, sir. So, actually, my question is that, what do you do as someone that is really interested in learning and you really want to learn and make impact, you really want to do something, but you are limited. You are limited because of the... I'm sorry. So, I said, what do you do as someone that, you really want to learn, you have this interest in learning and you want to make impact, and it is just so unfortunate that you are limited.
When you say limited, what do you
like mean? The resources and all that.
Like,
probably, yes, sir. Probably you have been trusting that when you get to a certain stage in your life, probably you are looking up to some people that you feel they will make the provisions. But unfortunately, when you get to that particular stage, or that particular state, you discover that there's no help, but yet you really have this desire. No, I feel I think one should actually get the tools, like get the provision. I think one of the routes to really make way through this thing is number one, provision. So I don't know.
I get it. Thank you. So first things first, let me tell you, right, that never ever wait for all the resources to come, because it might never come at once. Find a way. If you have the desire, right, if you have the will, you will find a way. My younger brother calls me back then, and he says, oh, my laptop is bad. He's a graphics designer, and he can't earn money anymore. And I told him, I said, go and borrow. Anywhere you can borrow a laptop from. He said, who will borrow me? I said, borrow. And then he said, okay. Now started knocking from all hostel. Who can borrow me laptop? And he struck a deal with them that for every design I do, I will give you a percentage. You see how many people wanted to give him laptop. He made 1 million naira, called me. I said, okay, go and buy your laptop now. So I didn't need to send him money to buy a laptop, but he was able to borrow to find the laptop. I want to let you know that if you have the will and the desire, when I first moved to Lagos, I didn't have anywhere to stay. My cousin called me to come to his house. I got to his house with my bag, and he told me that's where I'm going to be lying down. I said, where? He said, on the floor. I said, how? Why? Yes, he had a 2-bedroom apartment, but he said, my sister-in-law is around, you sleep on the floor. I slept on the floor. From that place, I moved into my own house. 2 years after I bought my own house. There's time and chance. It will happen. But you have to find a way to make it happen. Because really, you might not have anybody that will say, I want to dash you money, I want to give you this, I want to give you that. Find a way. You can reach out to me if you want to. Please, allow me just take this man and then... Yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, so I have 2 questions to ask, and I'll ask them sequentially. So basically now, the first question is this. I understand that for you to be able to establish a very good relationship with your mentor, you have to be value inclined, right? So now my question is this, like how long must you have spent with your mentor for you to be able to demand something from them? And by demand, I don't mean that like your entitlement or something. I mean like something that you can just request for them to like put you through, like the example you give for the Ziba results. So that's one. So number 2 is this. I've attended quite a number of conferences, and I've also had that same story of the Ziba results. But I usually hear it from a woman. That's Miss what's her name? Miss Tricia Bees. I wanted to ask that. Okay, your wife. Wow, congratulations, sir. She's a very wonderful woman. Yes, she's a very, very wonderful one, and I learned from her a lot. Those are the 2 things.
Okay. Now, I don't know what you're asking again with the wife.
I mean, no, sorry. I wanted to just confirm if she's your wife.
Okay. Yes, she is. Yes. So your first question again was about how long. Okay. So I don't think this is Timex. The mentorship it's a long-term thing. You don't dump your mentor after you've blown. Don't do that too. So it's a long-term relationship, and I don't think there's a point in time that, see me, I'm controlling revenue of billions right now, but I'm still carrying his bag. I still did it last month. If he calls me now, he called me some weeks ago. He said, are you available? Let's travel together. Yes, why not? Cancelled all my appointments. And I followed him. So it's a long-term relationship as long as you are offering value, right?
So on behalf of the entire faculty at the Stella Academy and the boys of BoyCode 5.0, we just want to say thank you for coming to spend time with us, for impacting the boys with immense knowledge. I know some people still have questions, but there's no time again. Thank you. But one last thing I'd like to ask for, sir. So aside everything we've talked about, at the end of these sessions, I always like to ask, what's one thing that you live by? One last note of wisdom that you'd like to share with these boys, something that has held you, something that has sustained you so far. What's that one thing?
Okay, I would say it's personal development. Don't wait for anybody to train you on anything. Go out there and do it yourself. Get what you want from life, right? Develop yourself. There are skills that you need to harness. Go out there and get it. If there's anybody you see out there that has the skill that you have, go out there and get it. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's put our hands together for him.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So if you don't mind, we would like to do pictures.
Okay,
sir.
that's fine.
So let's stand up. Okay. All right, boys, please let's say a very big thank you to Dr. Olufemi Olumide.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for the invite. It's been an amazing time.
Big boss to our doctor.
So one of the things we did last year, Dr. Femi, so can you stay in the middle? Yeah, so you take pictures. So everyone, no, you take it from there. It will show. So everyone will do something like this. Then Dr. Femi will just go in the middle. So,
Yes.